Most PvP fights in ESO aren't decided by damage. They're decided the moment your opponent panics. Today I'm showing you how to control your enemy's decisions, force mistakes, and win fights before the kill even happens. So, PvP is a mental game. Every PvP fight is a conversation between you and between them. Damage is information. Movement is communication. Cooldowns are confessions. The moment someone reacts instead of decides, you have won. So baiting panic cooldowns. What does panic look like? It looks like early ultimates, overhealing, dodge rolling in straight lines, defensive stacking at high health. Good players don't use defensives when they're dying. They use them when they think they're dying. So how do you force it? So you fake burst windows, you half commit damage, sudden aggression after passive play. So controlling tempo. Tempo is how fast the fight feels. So slow, fast, slow. That's the tempo you want to create. Resetting fights on your own terms. So here's some examples for you guys. Heavy attacks after pressure, stepping into line of sight intentionally, re-engaging right after they relax. If you control the pace, they never ever get comfortable. So, forcing overcommitment. This is the trap, alright? This is the trap right here. A lot of players get tunnel vision and they get very aggressive, too aggressive, and their tempo's off. So, how do you bait them? Low health. Let your health dip. Turning your back. Fake disengage. Alright? People hate unfinished fights. Alright? They hate them. And this is a good bait because it forces them to fuck up their tempo. Oh, and I want to make this very clear. You're not running, you're inviting. Alright? If you stalemate with somebody and they chase you and they fuck up their tempo and you kill them, that's on them. That's not on you. Alright? Alright. This is just player psychology, by the way. This is how to use someone else's mind against them. Alright? So, here's the thing that you want to do. You want to make them play your game. Fight near terrain you prefer. Never fight where you're weak. Alright? Drag them into awkward angles. Reset when they want to push. Alright? The best PvP players don't chase kills, they make kills chase them. Alright? And here's is how you know the moment they're broken. You have broken their mind, they're cracked, they're about to die, alright? They spam dodge, random ult usage, standing still to cast, and ignoring positioning. That's not a mechanical failure, that's literally mental collapse, alright? And here's why this wins more than meta. I know everybody's talking about Stormcall and Assassination or Restoring Light and Assassination with Animal Companions, but here's the deal, guys, alright? Every meta build is beatable, alright? And just because meta's out there doesn't mean it's the best in slot. And it doesn't mean that it's going to carry a player, alright? I want to make that very clear. If that were true, then there wouldn't be players who consistently outperform the meta throughout every patch, alright? There's always that one guy that doesn't run the meta that is still packing people up. And I know that there are a lot of people still, not a lot, but a few, that are on pure class and are still making this shit very viable. Alright? I want that out of people's heads that the meta is broken. It is broken. Alright? But it doesn't mean it's going to carry you. Alright? There's tons of players on console, on PC who run the meta who just don't have that level of skill or gameplay that makes that build work for them, alright? Builds are tools. How you use them is the real skill gap, alright? So, you can outplay better gear, better builds, and higher CP. But You can't outplay someone who controls the fight unless you take that control away. So, I just wanted to make this video, throw it out there, because a lot of people, I've heard it over and over and over again, they've either quit the game or they've stopped playing, and I understand that this is a very toxic meta, but I want to make this very clear. The game has had toxic metas throughout all of its history, alright? And we have played consistently through all of its history, alright? It has had its bad moments, and it's had its really good moments, but blaming the fact that you're dying on 3 skill lines or on certain builds, it's just not a valid excuse, alright? Or higher CP, none of those are valid excuses, alright? They're copium, alright? You're coping with the fact that your skill wasn't on par and you weren't able to outplay their psychology, alright? 90% of fights are won by player psychology. I want to make that very clear. So, I wanted to make this video to throw it out there that, number 1, psychology is a big play. Number 2, how to use psychology. And number 3, I wanted to dismiss the idea that meta makes or breaks a player, because it doesn't. I'll say this again. Builds or tools, how you use them is the real skill gap. If this changed how you think about PvP, drop a like. Next video, I'll show real clips where I intentionally break players mentally, so you guys can kind of see exactly what I'm talking about. Subscribe if you want to win fights before the kill, alright? I appreciate you guys.